Eastern Conference Championships. We got Boston and Miami. Who do you got? Let's go. Hey, good afternoon, everybody. It's Craig Bennett, aka Cash Keg, back with another NBA Prize Picks video. And we got the NBA Eastern Conference Championships tomorrow on Tuesday. Brought this video out a little bit earlier. Got 4 plays for you here. And it should be a good one here. We got 2 teams that are extremely deep on both sides, play a lot of defense. We should have some low-scoring games, but some competitive ones, I believe. So I think we need big games at Depot and Hero here on the Miami side. If those guys can't score off the bench, I think it's going to be a struggle for him because Jimmy Butler, even though he's a stud, he can't do everything for this team, and they need that offense off the bench. So it looks like Lowry might not play this first game, you know. Just got some news that he is unlikely to play this first game, so that could mean even more usage for Jimmy Butler here. Like I said, they need big games at Depot and Hero off the bench, you know, and it should be a fun series. So tell me who you got, and let's just dive right into it. Before that, hit that like button for me, subscribe to the channel, and we'll keep knocking out these videos for you and hopefully put a little money in your pockets. Let's go. All right, here we go. We have the NBA Prize Picks desktop up here. We have both, apologies. We have a mobile app as well if you want to download on the Google and Apple Store. And if you do not have an account, use that promo code DFSArmy and get 100% instant deposit match up to $100. And again, we're going to talk 4 plays here for you, kind of looking back at a little bit. We got 2 defensive teams that are, you know, pretty stout, and the both of them are pretty deep off the bench as well. But man, if we could talk about Boston's Game 7, Grant Williams just absolutely went nuclear. Who would have guessed in the Game 7 he would have shot the most points, or the most times, and scored the most points on Boston's team? Just absolutely ridiculous. He shot 18 threes or something, or he might even have shot more than that, honestly. But absolutely ridiculous. But yeah, man, Milwaukee really struggled not to have Middleton out there for his scoring at times. But you could tell Giannis did everything he possibly could, but they needed that third person. Drew played real tough, but they needed Middleton out there. And so having him hurt really hurt them. But this should be a fun series. Again, like I said, Lowry is unlikely to play here, so I think we're getting a lot of Jimmy Butler. And that's the first one that I like. We're going to go points, rebounds, and assists. I'm going to go the over on Jimmy Butler here. Now, I know they're going to try to stop him, but he's going to play a ton of minutes. The ball is going to be point Butler again. Ball's going to be in his hands a ton. Yes, they'll probably play Vincent out there, but, you know, Butler's the one to stop here. Now, you know, you worry a little bit about it with this defense for sure, but we should see 40 minutes out of Butler in every one of these games, and the shot volume is going to go way up here. So I'm going to lean the over on this at 36.5. Now, it's a little tougher matchup here against Boston than it was against Philly for sure. They had nobody on Philly that could stop Boston, that could stop Jimmy. But I think Jimmy's still going to be the alpha here and really push hard to get the scoring going early here. So I'm going to lean the over on Jimmy Butler, 36.5. Now, the juice is on the under around -115, on the under at 37.5 that's out there. But I just think without Lowry out there, you know, he gets a few more assists, a few more rebounds, and he's going to be aggressive to the hoop. So I do like him here, and we're going to take the over. Next one we're going to look at, because no Lowry out there and how well he's been playing, we're going to go Max Strus here. Over 17.5 points, rebounds, and assists. Now, this is also on the under at 18.5 at around -125. But again, I like it. There's no Lowry out there. If we look what he's done against Boston this year, he's actually went over this in a pretty decent margin on both games. Back on January 31st, he put up 32 points, rebounds, and assists. And on March 30th, he put up 22. So as long as his shot is falling, you know, I like this number. If you could take one bet that's not on Prize Picks, I love his over rebounds number at 3.5. The juice is at -150, but I just love it. But points, rebounds, and assists, even though the people are hitting this under, I still want the over here, especially these guys that are more role players. And you got them playing at home here. I love it. So I love this number at over 17.5. Like I said, the line's 18.5 and people and the juice is on the under. But for me, I still want the over here. He's going to have a big game, going to play a bunch of minutes here. And as long as he's shooting like he has the last two games, 7 for 13 and 6 for 14, he should be in line for a big game here. He's put up 19 points, 10 rebounds, 1 assist in game 6 against Philly. I'm sorry, 5 against Philly, and then he put up 20 points, 11 rebounds, and 5 assists in the last game. So he's coming in hot, playing at home. Probably without no Lowry. I just like this spot for him. So we're going to go over on this one as well. The next one we're going to go is Marcus Smart. I'm going to go over on this as well. They do a really good job at containing Tatum. They always have on the Miami side. So these other guys got to step up like Brown and Smart. So Smart's played Miami 3 times this year, put up 15, 25, and 23 points, rebounds, and assists. Juice is on the over around -125 here. I like it because he's going to play close to 40 minutes, and it's a spot that, you know, if they're going to slow down Tatum, which I believe they're going to try to take away with, you know, either putting Bam on him or Butler, these other guys are going to have to step up on the road. So like guys like Marcus Smart, Horford, I can see guys like those scoring a little bit more if they try to take away Tatum, which I feel like they're going to do. So that's why I kind of lean this a little bit. And just looking at the matchup and everything, I think Smart's going to continue to do a little bit of everything. You know, he gets you some points, some rebounds, assists. His assist numbers have been pretty big over the last 4 games. 8, 7, and 10 in 3 of his last 4 games for assists. And then rebounds 4, 5, and 7, points 18, 15, 21, 11 against Milwaukee. So just a little bit of everything here. So I'm going to go the over here. Now I will mention, first game of series is really tough. I tend to play lighter because, you know, you can kind of look what they did in the regular season, but the playoffs is a different animal, and how they're going to attack these teams and the adjustments that they're going to make. I tend to just play lighter because you never know what they could do. They could be doing the complete opposite of what they did in the regular season, and just the game one of every series is the most unpredictable. Once we kind of get one game under our belt and kind of see how they did rotations and who they put on who, it's a little bit easier to read. So I just kind of want to mention that as we go through this, that don't play these quite as heavy as you normally would in a game like this. And the last one, we're going to go stick on points, rebounds, and assists. And I talked about Tatum. I'm going to take the under at 40.5 points, rebounds, and assists on Tatum. He's played Miami 3 times this year, went under it, and each time 20 points, rebounds, and assists back on November 4th. Only put up 37 on March 31st and 34 on March 30th. Now, he came in hot except for Game 7. Before that, he did have some extremely hot games there against Milwaukee, putting up 48, 44, and 59. Only put up 37 points, rebounds, and assists against Milwaukee in that Game 7. Going to play a ton of minutes, you know, so the juice is on the under on this and around -125. I'm going to lean that way. He plays a ton of minutes, so it could go either way. But the way that Miami's played him all year, he's averaged just around 30 points, rebounds, and assists here. But like I said, it's the playoffs. A lot of things can happen here. I just think they're going to try to take him away and make these other guys beat him, like Brown and Smart and Horford, and say, hey, we're going to take Tatum, your best player, away. Beat us a different way. So I'm going to lean that. Hopefully they can lock him down a little bit. That first game against Miami, he only shot 23% from the field. The last 2 shot a little bit better, but I have to see if Bam was playing those games or not, because he was injured quite a bit throughout the season with Miami. So I'd have to pull up those games and look. But having Miami pretty healthy outside of Lowry, I do think it's a spot that we can, take the under on this, and it looks like some other people are hitting it as well. So all these, I think number one I do like is Max Strus over 17.5 points, rebounds, and assists is my number one play. As long as he's hitting his shots, and I do like him better at home, we should have something good there. Second one I'm going to take is I'm going to take Marcus Smart over 23.5 points, rebounds, and assists. Then I'm going to take the Jimmy Butler over, and then I'm going to take the Jason Tatum as under, just because guys like Tatum can take over a game if his shot is falling. But I do think the right play is to take the under with what Miami generally does to him. So those are the 4 plays that I do like. Again, play pretty light in this game 1 of this opening series. It should be a fun one. Should be competitive. Both teams super deep. Tell me who you got in the comments. I think Miami's going to take game 1, but I think Boston's going to take this series. in game 6 or 7. But that's my prediction. We'll see what happens. Appreciate each and every one of you. You guys have a fantastic money. Again, this is for Tuesday. This is for tomorrow night. We're done having two games a night. We're gonna have the Eastern and Western Conference Finals, just alternating nights here. So probably only one NBA video up a night here for Prize Picks. But again, hit that like button on your way out. I'll see you guys on the flip side. Deuces.